Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. Prince Albert police are investigating after an incident at a high school. Police were called to a school in the 600 block of 28th Street East around 1:15 Tuesday afternoon for a disturbance. Officers were told an adult male showed up at the school and threatened a youth. Police learned there was an altercation between two students and one parent, but the school staff de-escalated the situation and the parent left before officers got to the school. Prince Albert police continue to investigate. The Crown has now closed its case in a Saskatoon murder trial. Today, the accused's aunt returned to the stand for a second day of questioning, with her credibility under the microscope. Andrew Rosenfeld is accused of shooting and killing his girlfriend, 20-year-old Nakira Brown. She was found shot in the head in 2022 inside the apartment she shared with Rosenfeld and his aunt, who testified she was in her bedroom with her cats when the gun was fired. The Crown highlighted inconsistencies between the aunt's testimony in court and a statement she gave to police just hours after the shooting. The witness said she had been, quote, extremely doped up on her medications when she spoke to police. A 45-year-old woman was sent to hospital after being hit by a vehicle in Saskatoon this morning. Police say she was walking in the Sutherland neighborhood about 9:30 when she was struck. Traffic analysts were at the scene and drivers advised to avoid the area. The woman's injuries are considered serious but not life-threatening. So brace for impact, right, Jeff? The cold is going to be followed by a little bit of real winter weather?
That's right. We're getting some real winter weather. As we've been talking about all week, John, now we've got ourselves a couple of systems for both Alberta Clippers, a couple of lows developing on either side of on the eastern side of the Rockies. The first one's coming through tonight into tomorrow. We're looking at maybe 5 to 10 centimeters of snow sort of centered around the Yellowhead Highway. And then the following day, another system, but a bit more of a southerly track. That might be much more of a southern Saskatchewan, Regina area situation. So we'll talk about all that snow and whether or not it's going to stick around a little later on.
A Saskatoon family is calling for changes in health care after they say a recent trip to Royal University Hospital traumatized their loved one. The Coquell family says when 74-year-old Lloyd Coquell went to RUH for an inner ear infection last month, he spent 6 days on a stretcher in a busy hallway before he got a hospital bed. They say he had no privacy and that hundreds of people passed by him each day. They say Lloyd also has a blood cancer, making him immunocompromised. They're calling for change so that no one else has to go through this.
We just want people to know that, no, this doesn't work.
The SHA says it acknowledges capacity pressures in emergency departments create a difficult environment for patients, staff, and paramedics, and that it regrets that the pressures have caused a difficult experience for this patient during an already challenging time. It says it continues to take immediate action to address these capacity pressures by improving flow through Saskatoon hospitals. It also pointed to 109 acute care beds at Saskatoon City Hospital over the coming year. Reaction continues to the federal budget, including here in Saskatchewan. Key items in the budget include streamlining access to the Canada Disability Benefit, a government review of ATM and bank fees, spending aimed at raising youth employment rates, and a potential bid to join the Eurovision Song Contest. Deputy Premier and Finance Minister Jim Reeder said while he would have liked to see a smaller deficit, it's understandable.
We're in a situation in the world today where economic headwinds are affecting revenues, I think, of all jurisdictions. So obviously that's impacting the federal government. I think probably as we move forward this fiscal, you'll see it's impacting all the provinces as well.
Reeder says he's happy to see investments in infrastructure, but would have liked to see more. The province is also in touch with federal officials for clarity on a few items. We'll have more on the budget at 6. Ceremonies were held at the Legislative Building today ahead of Remembrance Day. This ceremony remembers Saskatchewan civil servants who have sacrificed their lives fighting for the country. It was held in the rotunda of the Legislative Building. It was attended by the Premier and government MLAs, along with government workers and military representatives.
Remembrance Week is just an important time for all of us here in Canada to recognize the service and the sacrifices of so many Canadians who, whether they were public servants, whether they were just in regular life, answered that call to service. And, whether they went overseas, whether they served domestically, they put that uniform on. And so we take this week to recognize that.
The Premier laid a wreath at the War Memorial on the Legislative Building grounds after the ceremony. More than 500 people turned out for Day 2 of the First Nations Language Keepers Gathering. Wednesday showcased a panel titled Learner's Journey on the Sacred Path of Language. It featured speakers who are in the process of learning their native language and encouraging others to do so. One panelist shared how reconnecting with her culture was an important step in her healing journey.
And I went down a really bad road for a little bit, and when I got better, the language started to come back a little bit. And I noticed, like, for a lot of years that I was running away from my language when I moved to the city. And when I got better, I had to realize that I had to be who I was in my identity. So it makes me feel whole learning my language.
The day also featuring a number of workshops showcasing the different ways that language can be taught to different age groups. SGI Canada and the Insurance Brokers Association of Saskatchewan are launching a new partnership called the Indigenous Broker Development Program. It will recruit and train insurance brokers of First Nations, Métis, or Inuit heritage with the goal of fostering long-term careers in the insurance industry. SGI is committing $750,000 to the 2-year pilot project, and participating brokerages can receive up to $25,000 for hiring and training.
It's a two-pronged approach to solving some of the challenges we face in our province, especially in our Indigenous communities. One that creates job and opportunity for First Nation, Inuit, and Métis people, and secondly solves a workforce challenge for the brokerages across Saskatchewan. So it's a two-pronged approach that is really a win-win for both Indigenous opportunity and for the brokerages in Saskatchewan.
The initiative is part of efforts to support the Truth and Reconciliation Commission's call to action. A new mural is displayed at the First Nations University of Canada. The new mixed media art installation showcases the history and spirit of the First Nations University of Canada. The mural has been a legacy project months in the making. It's led by alumni and created by the students on the Regina campus. It tells the university's story through the eyes of its students with teachings from the elders. It also shows the school generations into the future.
It's student storytelling, and the strength that they have, hearing what this place means to them and how it's transformed their life, and having that expressed again through song and dance and poetry and through visual art is just simply incredible for me. It's overwhelming.
The mural was made possible through the MasterCard Foundation's Ella V program. There were a few fresh faces at workplaces across the country for Take Our Kids to Work Day, and that included us here at CTV Saskatchewan.
This is my daughter, Allison. Allison, say good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Saskatchewan.
As you just heard, that is Allison, your morning host Jeremy Dodge's daughter. She was up bright and early this morning to learn what her dad does at work and to be a part of Your Morning Saskatchewan. Take Our Kids to Work Day offers grade 9 students a chance to explore careers by shadowing a parent, relative, or family friend at their workplace. Allison is a student at Centennial Collegiate here in Saskatoon. She helped the crew introduce stories, took part in Question of the Day, and more. She says although she enjoyed today, she plans for a career in law. Saskatchewan is taking to the airwaves to provide a boost to Jim Pattison Children's Hospital.
Give him a high five. Say bye. Bye. We'll see you later.
33 radio stations across the province are taking part in the Jim Pattison Children's Hospital Radiothon. The money raised this year will help support the hospital's cochlear implant program, replacing outdated sound booths and providing technology for staff. The David and Karen Holst Family Foundation is matching donations up to $200,000. The Radiothon ran until 5 p.m. today, and it will air again tomorrow on select radio stations. To find out how to help, visit pattisonchildrens.ca. When we come back, more from Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Prince Albert, a tasty fundraiser that will bring a smile to your face.
So, Natasha, Big Brothers Big Sisters Prince Albert got selected for the Holiday Smile Cookie fundraiser. Could you give some background information on what that is? I know it's very well known, but just in case somebody's not fully sure what the setup is or how it works, like, what is the Smile Cookie fundraiser?
Well, the Holiday Smile Cookie fundraiser is an amazing opportunity for our organization through Tim Hortons. We have 4 locations here in Prince Albert of Tim Hortons, and each one will be selling $2 Smile cookies throughout the campaign, and we are asking that people just support, because 100% of that money will be going to charity. And we're super excited. It will be coming up on the 17th to the 23rd.
Do you have to decorate all of those Smile cookies yourself?
Well, some of them. The Tim Hortons staff, they do decorate a lot of the cookies, but through past campaigns, they have learned that there are so many cookies to be made. We are asking for volunteers to come and help, be a smile maker, put some smiles on the cookies in the morning, and help us meet our goal.
How does a volunteer sign up to do that?
Well, they could go to our website and go to Smile Cookies, and they will see an opportunity to sign up to become a volunteer or to download our pre-order form.
Do you have volunteers signed up already?
We have some, like we have the Prince Albert Raiders coming out to help make cookies. We have Prosperity Credit Union coming out to decorate the cookies, and a couple more. So we definitely have room. We're looking for volunteers Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. in the morning.
Is there anything else that it's important for people to know about this fundraising campaign?
Yeah, absolutely. In addition to just buying a cookie at Tim Hortons, is you can actually order a whole box. So we are saying get our pre-order form, which is on our website also, drop it off at your Tim's 48 hours before, and get a whole box. You could treat your coworkers, your classmates, family, friends, get a dozen or more.
What would you say to people to encourage them to either come out and volunteer or maybe put in an order to fundraise?
Well, Smile Cookies have a really big impact across our country. Apparently, last year they raised over $10 million for over 600 charities across Canada, and we are just so happy to be one of them. This is Big Brothers Big Sisters of Prince Albert's very first Smile Cookie campaign, and we are so excited and just can't wait.
Well, congratulations to you guys for getting the fundraiser, and I hope everything goes really well with it. Thank you for giving me some background information.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Jeff's got your weather coming right after this, and later a BC hospital using technology to help diagnose and treat heart failure. All right, Jeff, it's time for your best sales pitch for winter tires. Go.
Exactly. Well, they're a bit more malleable, and they'll help you get out of some deep ruts. That's all I got for right now. But yes, a lot of people will be changing things over, and yet we look like we have some warm temperatures next week. So it's not necessarily winter tire weather at this second or in the next couple of days, but it's getting there. It's getting there, and let's not kid ourselves. As we've been talking about, a lot of moisture off Canada's west coast, and some of that moisture is going to make its way across the Rocky Mountains into Alberta. A low-pressure center starting up. We've got ourselves an Alberta clipper that's coming through overnight tonight, and we anticipate Prince Albert should be sort of in the bullseye of that situation. Maybe 5 to 10 centimeters of snow is what is anticipated. We're going to take a look at our futurecast. You can certainly see a lot windier conditions, it seems like, in parts of Alberta, and then that wind does move into Saskatchewan, but basically moderate winds are what we're dealing with. But you can see all this active weather sliding along, and really sort of localized in terms of snow along the Yellowhead, a bit more in the way of rain in southern Saskatchewan. So we're going to be keeping an eye on all of that. So tonight, even though the icons don't show it, basically dealing with increasing clouds and then the flurries flurries starting in the overnight period. Spiritwood, -4 degrees, -1 overnight for the Battlefords, -5 in Candle Lake, -4 in Birch Hills, -3 in Rostern, -5 in Nipawin, and -4 in Melfort. Then for tomorrow, yes, we do have widespread flurry activity or snowfall. Many places in the Prince Albert area, as I say, will be receiving significant amounts of snow, 5 to 10 centimeters of snow. So yes, you're going to have to shovel this because it will be sticking around through the weekend. 1 degree on the plus side for the Battlefords, -2 for Spiritwood, -1 for Candle Lake, Birch Hills, Rostern, Melfort, and Nipawin. So yes, with that cool -degree temperature, though just below freezing, we expect that snow to be sticking around, at least for a few days. -4 degrees with flurries beginning overnight in the Prince Albert region, winds out of the east at 15. And then as we take a look at Thursday, we've got ourselves -1 for a daytime high, so that's not horribly below seasonal, a little bit below seasonal, but not by much. 5 to 10 centimeters of snow, though, that is what is expected. And as I mentioned earlier on, moderate winds out of the northeast, so a cold wind, so you'll feel a bite in the air if you're outside. Then, look at this, -7 on Friday, brr, then -6 on Saturday. Sunday, oh, starting to improve, -2. And then Monday, to start the work week, 7 degrees on the plus side, 5 on Remembrance Day, and 3 degrees on Wednesday. So once we get through the weekend, temperatures seem to rebound, and if they rebound in that fashion, we can anticipate much of this snow, if not all of it, melting away.
Well, and you know what they say in this province? If there's snow on the field, play football. It's time for another edition of Classic Sports Moments.
The Saskatchewan Huskies and Regina Rams have met twice for the Canada West Conference Championship, and you're looking at rare footage of the first time the two teams locked horns for the Hardy Cup title back on November 9th, 2002. The weather did not help the Rams, who fumbled twice in the first quarter, which the Huskies quickly converted into touchdowns, and by early in the second quarter, it was 28-0 for Saskatchewan. But Regina began staging a comeback, courtesy of this 1-yard plunge by quarterback Mark Anderson. And then perhaps the highlight of the game was Chris Ashman, who received a punt and galloped 89 yards in Arctic-like weather all the way to the house. The Rams had life and were on the march again when the Huskies' defense stepped up, courtesy of this interception by Ryan Barnstable, and ran it back 92 yards for a touchdown with 17 seconds left in the first half. It was a game filled with wild plays in some wild weather, and in the end, the Huskies came out on top 44-28. And if you want to check out more classic sports moments from the days of Wilco and Woodfinish televisions, you can check them out on our website.
Do you have a community event you would like to promote? Or maybe you'd like to draw attention to your organization. Let your local CTV station help you spread the word. Contact us at 306-922-6020 or email panews@ctv.ca. You can appear on CTV Prince Albert's News at 5 and get your message to our viewers.
A new research project at Vancouver General Hospital is using artificial intelligence to change how doctors detect heart failure. The technology could speed up diagnoses and make life-saving tools more accessible, even in smaller communities. Ben Nesbitt reports.
We're just going to be taking pictures here.
Doctors say heart failure is becoming more and more common. That's why this team of researchers is looking to use technology to help potentially catch it before it's too late.
We are looking to find a way to streamline the diagnosis of heart failure.
Dr. Christina Luong, a cardiologist and co-director of the VGH UBC Artificial Intelligence Echo Core Lab, is leading the study. It's funded in part by the VGH Millionaire Lottery. The team is using AI to analyze heart ultrasound images, not only aiming to speed up diagnosis, but also to improve them.
It's really important to kind of determine why a patient has heart failure by one of these few mechanisms, so that you can pick the right treatment for them, because the treatments can be dramatically different.
AI is used to help automatically interpret the images from ultrasounds or echoes by developing algorithms that can automate measurements and improve precision, even letting non-experts use portable handheld devices to check heart function in the field. It's hoped this could serve as a beneficial tool, especially in remote communities with fewer resources.
Technologies like AI in the context here are being used as a co-pilot for the decision-making process of a physician. They are support, not a replacement.
The project moves into its pilot phase next year when the technology will be tested in real clinical settings. Ben Nesbitt, CTV News, Vancouver.
A shortage of prescription painkillers caused by manufacturing disruptions is expected to continue in the new year. Originally, the shortage of drugs containing acetaminophen with oxycodone, including Percocet, was supposed to last until the fall. The Canadian Pharmacists Association says medications with codeine, like Tylenol 3, are back in stock, but supply remains limited for Tylenol 2 and 4. The association says other pain medications are being prescribed as alternatives. The next time you're looking for medical advice, you might have to try somewhere other than ChatGPT. For better or worse, many Canadians turn to the internet for guidance on how to deal with health issues, and that often means AI tools like ChatGPT. But parent company OpenAI recently updated its policies so the chatbot won't offer medical or legal advice. The rules now state ChatGPT can't be used for tailored advice that requires a license. The study, led by researchers at the University of Waterloo, found the bot was only right 31% of the time when asked open-ended medical questions.
Brought to you by Saskatchewan Union of Nurses. Thank you to Saskatchewan's 11,000 registered nurses.
31%. Not good.
No, I haven't seen percentages like that since high school. There you go. Speaking of smart people, this smart robot could change how buildings are made on Earth and maybe even the moon. Charlotte is a 3D printing robot built like a spider, which allows it to climb and build at the same time. Its creators say Charlotte can also collect dirt off the ground and turn that into printing materials. It's being a one-stop shop for construction and could make Charlotte the ideal tool for building in space. So what do you want? Do you want an extra master bedroom for your
sure, why
space
not?
house?
Exactly, sure, why not? Space house!
Extra garage for me.